Welcome back to another edition of the Weekly Education Pulse, your go-to global roundup of the latest in international schools, education innovation, and everything in between. I'm Tony.
And I'm Sammy. Every week we break down the biggest stories shaping education around the world, and this week's headlines are full of ambition, expansion, and big picture thinking.
First up, a brand new premium British school is heading to Thailand. SPGS International has announced a partnership with Country Group Development plc to launch SPGS International School Bangkok, and it's set to open its doors in August 2026.
Yeah, this school will welcome its first early years and junior school students to a purpose-built campus in central Bangkok, with plans to expand up to the age of 18. So this brings the academic ethos of St Paul's Girls' School in London, one of the UK's most prestigious schools, to Southeast Asia.
This isn't just about expansion, it's about purpose. All the profits from this venture will go towards funding bursaries and partnerships back at the London campus. So this is a case of international education feeding back to access at home.
And Bangkok continues to attract premium school brands. SPGS joins an already stacked lineup that includes Shrewsbury, Harrow, King's, Wellington, Dulwich, and more. And there's no denying Bangkok is becoming a hub for world-class British education.
Next, let's go to West Africa. Wellington College International has announced a new school opening in partnership with Rendeavour, one of Africa's largest urban land developers. The school will be located in Alaro City, Nigeria.
Yeah, this is a significant step. Wellington is one of the UK's oldest and most respected independent schools, and this move to Africa signals growing confidence in the region's long-term potential for international education.
The Alaro City project in itself is a master-planned urban development. The idea is to build a fully serviced city, homes, businesses, and now education. Wellington will offer both boarding and day options, with a blend of British academic standards and local relevance.
And while the international schools market in Nigeria faces, infrastructure and economic hurdles, this is a statement that premium education has a role to play in the region's growth and Africa's broader education transformation.
And from Africa to Europe, Inspired Education Group, the global school network, with over 100 schools, has just added St Patrick's College in southern Spain to its portfolio.
Yeah, the school's located in La Línea de la Concepción, right on the doorstep of Gibraltar. It offers a bilingual British-Spanish curriculum and caters to early years through to secondary students.
Another example of Inspired's targeted growth strategy, moving into expat-friendly, lifestyle-rich regions with high parent demand for premium international education.
It also deepens Inspired's reach across the Iberian Peninsula, while giving St Patrick's access to full resources of a global network, from summer programs and sports academies to teacher training and student mobility.
And finally, from bricks to clicks, a London-based online school has just launched a global education advisory board, bringing together heavyweight thinkers to shape the next phase of innovation and growth.
Yeah, the online school in question is Minerva's Virtual Academy, and its newly appointed board includes former school leaders, edtech pioneers, and education investors. The goal? To scale high quality, flexible learning globally.
Reflects a broader trend. Online education is no longer just a stopgap or an alternative. It's a strategic model to reach new markets, responding to parent demand for flexibility and embracing digital native teaching.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to watch how schools like Minerva evolve and whether more traditional schools begin to emulate or acquire online models as part of their long-term strategy.
All right, 4 stories, 4 different geographies, but it's all pointing to the same thing. Education is becoming bolder, broader, and more borderless.
Speaking of what happens behind the scenes, it's time for our next edition of The Business Behind the School, where we take a closer look at how strategy, finance, and operations intersect in the world of education.
Big spending decisions in schools often come with a lot of excitement. New buildings, shiny tech, maybe even a fleet of buses. But without a clear plan, those projects can turn into very expensive mistakes.
Yeah, capital planning isn't just about funding what looks good in a brochure, it's about asking what need does this solve? If you can't answer that with confidence, pause.
You need to look at return on investment, not just financial. Does a new building improve student outcomes? Will a tech upgrade genuinely enhance teaching and learning? Or is it just a tick box?
It's easy to fall into the trap of assuming growth will solve everything. I've seen schools break ground on massive expansions only to miss enrollment targets and be left with half empty wings and ballooning maintenance costs.
That build it and they will come mindset is dangerous. Smart planning uses data modeling, scenario testing, and even external validation to make sure projects hold water.
Yeah, and let's not forget the lease versus buy decision. It's not always about ownership. Leasing can give flexibility, especially for, your buses, your IT infrastructure, even temporary classrooms, but long-term savings often come with ownership if you've budgeted accordingly.
There's also how you pay for it. Schools can explore foundation grants, donations, government partnerships, borrowing, but every funding model comes with strings attached. Governance matters.
And one of the worst mistakes schools make is confusing ambition with strategy. Big capex projects should be about mission alignment, not just aesthetics or pure pressure.
And don't forget, board sign-off isn't just a tick box. It's a chance to stress test assumptions. The board's job is to be skeptical, and that's a good thing.
So bottom line, every capital decision needs to be part of a long-term vision, not a short-term fix. Buildings, buses, or bandwidth, they should all be working toward your school's mission.
And that's it from us this week. If you found value in today's episode, give us a like, drop a comment, and if you don't, and please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps others discover the show.
And if you're a school or a group that has a story you'd like us to cover, get in touch. We're always on the lookout for what's shaping the world of education. See you next time on the Weekly Education Pulse.